Hi everyone, I hope you all. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, Bitcoin is basically consolidating in a range like this. Okay, we've got this big symmetrical triangle on the go at the moment. Some kind of consolidation pattern before continuation, because it is a continuation pattern. Okay, now 9 times out of 10 they do break to the downside, and if you're coming up into one of the coil up, they do continue to the upside. It's just consolidation before continuation of the trend, and right now you can see clearly you're coming down in a downtrend. Okay, you're looking for support, you're looking for the correction to be over. Okay, this is not bear market structure to me, this is corrective structure so far. Okay, because bear market structure, you've got a top, and then you come down, you come up like this, and you're making a series of lower highs. Okay, that's bear market structure like that. Okay, look, this is continuation structure. This is rug pull, small retrace, continuation, rug pull, basically, and we're trying to find this low. I do think potentially you might have some little bull trap here coming up into resistance, okay, and then rug pull down, okay, in the month of April. And the reason is because we topped out in April last year on that top of that A wave, and potentially all we're going to do, it really is that simple, that we're just going to have the same length down. We had a 55% correction there for the A wave, and right now we could be just looking at some kind of 55% nominal correction down to the top end of 31k for Bitcoin, and it could be that simple, and that's your correction done. You've got your ABC correction and you're done basically. And this event here, when we start to roll, is going to be a capitulation event here. You know, everyone's going to be really fearful. They're going to be selling the floor, and at that point, you know, you've got all these doomsayers saying we're going to fall through this key level support, this foundation that was built in 2021 for Bitcoin. Obviously it could, anything can happen, but you can see in January we held it like a boss, and then last year in May, June and July, for 3 whole months we held this low down here like a boss. And this is the 1272 fib on the larger time frame that we've come back to, and we've held like an absolute boss, okay, which we've done in previous bull markets. So if anything, we've come up and we've just consolidated, going sideways, looking for the continuation, because like I said to you, these consolidation patterns are continuation patterns where you're coiling up, you run into resistance, you're coming back to support, potentially coming back to support again, and it's at that point, obviously if you lose support, you're going to come down and it's going to get nasty, but you're not doing it yet. So anyone to tell you that you're definitely 100% going to go down there with a certainty is talking at the bumhole basically. Okay, so we're doing everything we need to for the continuation of this bull market for me, and I do think that once this correction is over, it's going to be absolute fireworks for Bitcoin. Okay, but again, not going to crystal ball, I can't see into the future. You know, it is what it is. It's structure, isn't it? And it's support and resistance. So right now we do have key levels of resistance, so we do want to see Bitcoin get above. Okay, and if it does start to close above that, then this sort of, you know, consolidation and continuation down here of this pattern will be invalidated, and we're actually going to break up to the upside here and retrace to that high. So this is something we need to keep an eye on, because like I said to you, it's getting really boring, really flat here, isn't it? But you're coiling up in some kind of consolidation pattern, and you're getting really close to the apex here. Some kind of decision, some kind of break is going to happen for Bitcoin here. Okay, now hopefully, you know, what it would be nice if we get that final rug pull, and then that's it, you consolidate and start to come back up the stairs just like you did here, you know, and you continue, and at this point here it'd be an amazing entry point, wouldn't it, for everybody, you know, involved. But there is there any sort of confluence to this scenario playing out? Am I seeing anything else that's sort of telling me, okay, well, yeah, this scenario here, rolling here, coming into resistance and a potential bull trap down, is there anything else that's showing me that this is a possible scenario? Well, yes, there is. I'm going to show you right now. Okay, and not a lot of people look at this chart, but I'm going to show you this chart right now. Okay, so this is the total market cap chart. This is called Total. The ticker is TOTAL, and this is all the market cap of crypto combined. Okay, now in the summer I was targeting this chart for you, okay, because what I think we've done here, if we zoom out, okay, we basically come up in this huge parabolic move, and you can see we ran into the 1618, which I've had on my charts since we broke out down here. Okay, and once you break the eye, your nominal target is the 1618. Okay, so you can see we ran into the 2.78, eventually getting to there, and right now we're beginning to retrace. Okay, we're retracing, which is normal, but providing you can come back and you hold a key level support and you create and retain that structure, you're still okay for continuation. It's when you start to lose a structure, i.e. these lows, you can see that you're losing structure here and you're coming down, you are essentially rolling. So at the minute, anyone that's saying you're in a bear market or you're going to zero is talking at the bumhole basically. Okay, they're plucking numbers out their arse. So right now for me, I do think you're looking at continuation. I think you've got a fantastic upside here in crypto ahead of you, and a lot of people are being shaken out, but there is something in this chart that's telling me that you are looking at a very similar correction right now, and it's sort of confluence of the fact that, okay, Bitcoin is looking to come down to that sort of final fifth wave right there. Okay, could be completely wrong, but here in the summer we started to come down. Do you see this? We came down, and like I said to you, we started to coil up in a big symmetrical triangle, and when we lost that support, we came down and we met the technical target of that breakout. Okay, so look at that. That was a continuation pattern. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, target met, retest, higher low, and then boom, we put in an impulsive break and actually got to the 1618 eventually. Now I know a lot of people are saying because we got to the 1618 we're actually cooked in this market, okay, but I don't necessarily think we are. I think people might be jumping to a gun too early just because we got to the 1618. Okay, obviously if we start to come down and we lose this low, then you can see that's really negative market structure, and essentially, you know, you roll into the bear here, you know, and then you're coming down and losing that low, and if you do that, that's really negative, okay, because you're losing structure. But right now potentially you put an impulsive break and you're retracing to this low, which is normal. It's healthy, it's what you do. So if providing you can hold that support, you're good to find a low, start to come back up and continue with this trend, which is basically a bull market, and this is some kind of big ABC correction on the total market cap as well, okay, before continuation, and people get shaken out at the bottom thinking it's a bear market. So right now what you've done here is you're creating a horizontal as well, you're creating a big symmetrical triangle on the daily time frame as well, just there for the total market cap, and look, you're getting your price compression here like you did here last year in this correction. Okay, so this is a bit of confluence here, the fact that we are sort of compressing as well on the total market capitalization for crypto. We're getting really close to some kind of break here. Now equally, like I've said to you, these can break to the upside and break to the downside, you know, they're not always biased to the continuation, okay, and they can break to the upside. I was saying exactly the same here. If you break this resistance, start to come up, you're going to retrace to this high, and it's that gives the game away. Okay, you're in a bear market or corrective phase of a bull market, but for me, look, we did break down and we met the target and boom, and we continued. So right now, you know, if the total market cap does break this key level resistance and starts to break out and fall back to support, you're looking at a breakout and you're looking at retracement to that 1618 target up there. But if you do start to lose it, this is where you could come back down and retest these summer lows, and potentially this little line here, which is a 1272 at $1.346 trillion market capitalization for crypto, and that indeed could be your low, and you're done basically. So you come down 1, 2, 3, coiled up in 4, final fifth wave down, and then that's it. And it's this retracement to this high that's going to give the game away for us here. Okay, so the total market cap is sort of backing up my theory right now that we're looking at some kind of bull trap on Bitcoin and then a rug pull down, and that is your low, and that's it, boom, job done. Okay, now it depends how deep this correction is, so you know, this is why we try and find patterns. Okay, a lot of people here was anticipating it was going to like sub 20k and we're going to come all the way down, lose $1 trillion, but we never did. Okay, and we found a pattern here that gave us the technical break target for the crypto total market cap. Boom, target was met, job done. That was your final fifth wave down. Do you see that? Because look, you came down in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, job done, retest, see you later, right there. And then we're doing it again, we're coming down in 1, 2, 3, 4, coil up, retest, see you later, and that could be the low right there, the 1272 fib, and that's where you get a bounce, okay, for the total market cap, and that was your correction done. And then you've put in this kind of big monster ABC correction, and it's not a bear market, it's a corrective phase of a bull market looking for continuation, and all the weak hands were shaken out basically. So there's a little bit of confluence there that is the sort of play at the moment. You're going to get some kind of break on the total market cap as well. You can see you're coiling up now. Obviously if you do break to the upside, I'm wrong, you're not going to come down to the 1272, you're going to start your retracement here, and it's all about this retracement that gives the game away. Because like I said to you, when you start to come down like this, when you start to retrace, okay, this is where you create the dead cat bounce scenario and you start to fizzle out. If we start to see structure like that on the total market cap, as well as, you know, Bitcoin, crypto and all your projects, then that's really nasty. That's price compression, you know, on a larger time frame there before you get your capitulation towards the end there for crypto. So that's basically a little update for you on Bitcoin. You know, I do anticipate that by April we could be putting in the low. Again, I've not got a crystal ball, you know, and these little bull traps up and down, the tradable events. But for me, I do think we're looking at some kind of capitulation event down to that 1.272 fib on the total market cap, and there's a bit of a pattern there that's forming, which is a continuation pattern as well as on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. So I hope you enjoyed that little update. Stay healthy, stay strong. My narrative will change if we start to break up now and start to come back up. You know, you start to break this key level resistance that you're under on the daily time frame on the total market market cap, then my narrative will change. But at the moment, I do think potentially this is your last rug pull. This is your low, and at that point, if you start to see the total market cap come down to that, it's going to offer generational opportunities on altcoins and Bitcoin and Ethereum, because that is your low, and at that point you're going to start to come back up and attack that high, okay? And there's some money to be made down the line. So that's basically Bitcoin. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.